What's up, everybody? It's the Pope Elijah Burke, and I want you to tune in whenever you can to make sure that you're listening to Hitting the Turnbuckle podcast with Adam and Fiona.
Let's do it. This time last week, I was in the hot sun of in the hot sun of Morocco. I'm now so cold, I may end up doing a Brock Lesnar and slipping on my floor if it gets any
I saw
icy
that.
this evening. But anyway, welcome back to the Hitting the Turnbuckle podcast. It's back after a week's break. NWA Powerr is back, and someone that hasn't quite yet put the heating on to my left or right, depending on what you're looking at on the screen. Miss Fiona Lochran, all snug as a bug in a Mecha Wolf hoodie.
I missed that boy. Hello, darling. How are you?
Oh, great! Yeah, can't smile wide enough. Back in the UK.
I
Um,
actually do have the heating on. It's just not up very high because I'm cheap and I'm broke. So is that the
I've
bare minimum right now?
I've got it on just because it's cold, but I've also got my heated bed on as well, so that's going to be the
Oh
next
my God,
pit
you're
stop.
spoiling yourself.
I know. What can I say? It's winter for Christ's sake, and I don't have the luxury of a lock of hair like you do.
You need to get
Uh,
yourself a hat, pal.
yeah, I do have a thermal. I'm just not going to wear it indoors. But look, I've been away a week, and what a week we missed. So we didn't obviously do last week's NWA 77 finale, and everything changed in the NWA. First things first. Oh, the
The
boys,
boys.
they brought it home.
They
NWA Tag Team
did bring it
Champions
home. It was so good.
and such a long time in coming as well for the Immortals as well. They've always
Very much so. Very much so.
I've always classed them as like up until this year, like the nearly team.
Yeah.
They nearly do it. Something always happens, but not this year. This year
Not
they
this year. I know. Crockett Cup champs and NWA World Tag Team Champions.
they are.
So chuffed for the guys. Honestly, we've spoken to both Odinson and Kratos.
Yes.
They are sound. They are lovely human beings, and honestly, absolutely delighted for them.
Yeah, it's very long time coming, and they can now Who all the way. We're still waiting for the Who shirts though. We have to.
Come on, Danny, sort it out.
You got to look. You got to buy at least one or two buyers right here that want the shirts. So
Yeah.
bit of international shipping as well deals. You got it. You got it all there. Um, Following that though, and in the main event of the evening, we crowned the new man holding the £10 of gold fee.
We did indeed. And I have to say, it took me a while to warm up to him. It took me a while to want him to get the title shot.
Mhm.
And then I soon realised he pretty much was the only human that I wanted to see get the title shot in the
Yeah.
roster. So huge, huge, huge congratulations to Thrillbilly Silas Mason, the new NWA Worlds Heavyweight Champion. I'm delighted for him. It was a
Yeah.
great match. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it really was actually. I mean, considering I wasn't too keen on Latimer's last match against that El Dragon or whatever his name was. We'll talk about him again briefly in a second. I felt that this one was great. I didn't mind because in most of the title matches, well, not the tag one, but in the I think in the Burke and the £10 of gold, they did kick out of finishes, but I didn't mind it so much on that because it's the World Championship. It's your, it's the big one, and I don't mind it so much. Very, very rarely. So go out of that. But Silas Mason, I've always, there's always been something about him. I think he was national champion when I started watching, if I remember
Yeah,
rightly. And he had a couple of matches with Tom over the course of time, in my time watching NWA, and not quite get it done. But now the Southern Six really do have all the gold.
they do. And what I personally would say about Thrillbilly, for me, he's almost the epitome of an NWA wrestler.
Yeah, he is.
Like he's that. I- It's dead hard to pinpoint what it is that does that for me, but for me, I look at him and I'm like, you're NWA.
He is. He
Like
is definitely.
100%. He's like old school. He's got that whole kind of 80s vibe going on. He's got that. that whole his promos down the mic are always dead loud and dead shouty, and he's just got that aggression and that fire and that passion. And I'm actually really, really excited to see what happens with him as the champion moving forward.
Yeah, me too. We'll get into that in a minute because we will get on to the NWA this week's. Or, the NWA hasn't even aired yet over in America.
And
And
I got
I'm
to
getting,
watch it again. What
I
is
was
going
just about to point this
on?
out. And not even that, not even the fact that you get to watch it. The first time since he's moved to Roku, you've watched it before me. Uh, ain't gonna happen next week. It won't happen next week.
I was doing a wee
Uh,
dance there for those of you who didn't get to see that.
yeah, for those of you that are listening on Spotify, Fee was doing a dance.
I watched it before you. Wonders will never cease.
We'll still wait to see you dancing in the dance off, by the way, that you had.
Yeah,
Good.
do you know, I don't know where that is yet. I don't know if it's been aired yet. I think it will be out on Showdown in a couple of weeks. Or maybe it's gone into the abyss, but I will let you see it. I'm not that embarrassed by it really much. Anyway, moving on.
There we go. Yeah, moving on. And the last part of last week was obviously the 𝙍𝙠𝙪 𝙍𝙬 and Max. I'm still not convinced on 𝙍𝙠𝙪 𝙍𝙬 after that. Beat Max. That was probably Max's last match in the
Yeah,
NWA.
I'm gonna miss seeing Max in the NWA ring, but I hope they get on fantabulously well wherever they end up.
Yeah, definitely so. We'll find out. Probably maybe Japan. I don't know. I know Max has been out there before and done some bits, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, good luck, Max, and thanks for terrorizing me for the last 3 years since I've started watching Power. Right. Anyway, that was 77. Now we begin this week's NWA, which is entitled Hostile Takeover. And I'm thinking, I read it before I pressed it. And I was like, why is it a hostile takeover? And then it moves into inside the power station,
And we find
backstage,
out very quickly why it is a hostile takeover.
because Billy isn't there. He's on location with the Smashing Pumpkins. So who decides to take over the NWA? But Joe Kazana, and he's going to be doing everything by the book.
I really need to get a look inside that book and see what's in it. Not
Um,
that one,
oh,
Joe's old one.
I was going to say, it says power gut check time on this one. Yes, well, regardless of Joe's book, let's suffice to say the select members of the public out there, or the wrestlers that were sitting there, including Thrillbilly Silas Mason, wasn't particularly thrilled
Mm-mm.
by this news either.
No, unsurprising, really, to be honest with you.
I think there was Kenzie was there, Kylie was there, Hunter was there, Tommy Henry was there. Yeah, very much unhappy with this
Kyle and
move.
Joe as well, they were both there. They weren't saying very much, not at
Yeah,
this point anyway.
not at this point.
Congratulations on the baby, Joe.
Joe Garley, you machine, you. Not
Little
another one.
Ivy's going to be a big sister. That's exciting.
That is going to be exciting. Congratulations to Joe and family. We hope that is say, everything goes smoothly and you'll have another healthy baby coming. When's it due? Did they say?
I have no idea. I didn't check. I
Well,
just saw
anyway,
that him and Shelby were expecting, so that's cool.
congratulations to Joe and Shelby. We move into the power station. And we was backstage, and it was time for the Silas celebration. Everyone.
It was indeed, and they went all out. They had balloons, they had
Yeah.
streamers. I was like, this is great.
No expense spared on this. But I tell you what I did like, because generally on NWA you don't get this. And I don't know if it's because it's Roku now and they're doing more sort of, television presentation. I don't know if that makes sense. More sort of TV presentation. But it made such a nice change to actually see them do a segment in the ring. You get the interviews every now and again, don't you? But this was a
Yeah,
full-on segment
yeah.
in the ring, and it had Kerry and AT there as well.
Indeed, indeed.
Um,
And then the man of the moment himself came out, and I need to run this by you because I am not sure if I misheard some of what Thrillbilly said, but he comes out and he is Thrillbilly. He's loud, he's brash, and starts running down a list of previous champions.
yes.
Did he say they were all dead and gone?
Yes, but I kind of think as in dead as in not there, not as in not alive.
Because I was like, I'm sure he's still alive. I'm sure he's still alive.
Flair's still. I
Flair's
mean,
definitely not dead. And it was Kyle's face. Kyle's like Kyle's face throughout this had me creased.
yeah,
And I was like, I wonder if Kyle's going to interject and actually say something because I actually think that would have been really funny if he had.
yeah, it would have been.
But yeah, Thrillbilly Silas Mason, the 60th NWA Worlds Heavyweight Champion. And he is going to be the forever champion. The number is not going to go above 60.
Apparently so, but someone that would take exception to that and did take exception to that is the former holder of the £10 of gold, number 59. That is Tom Latimer, who rightfully does have a rematch in the clause. That is, most championship matches, unless stated, do have a rematch clause, and he
Yeah,
wants it. He does. He certainly
he
does.
does. He was very gracious.
He was.
Very, very gracious.
He was, and unfortunately, Thrillbilly
He was
wasn't
looking very
gracious.
dapper as well.
He had a vest on underneath that.
No, but he was still looking dapper. His hair was like proper slicked back this time. I thought he was looking great.
He did.
For
To
a
be
man
fair,
who's just been beaten, I thought he was looking great.
he did look good. He did look good. When doesn't he? He's the most. Was it the most tan guy in the NWA? I think we had a conversation before with somebody who said,
Oh, Baron might have something to say about
"Yeah,
that.
I better be on my best behavior there. I'll be on the claw." Okay, they need a tan off, but one of the most tan guys in the NWA. And yeah, you're right. He was very gracious in defeat. He said, congratulations to Thrill Billy, but Free Billy then basically said, "You and all these Tampa Bay turds." Was
Almost the same color.
Tom Latimer, you're a 6'7" turd, apparently.
I did not call him that. I
You
just
heard
said
it.
almost the same color. Do not put words in my
Tom,
mouth.
Tom, you
Tom
heard
knows
it
I love him.
from the owner's mouth herself.
The
You were a
same
turd.
color. He's really dark and tanned.
Well, I'm kind of glad that a turd is dark and tender. There'd be something wrong with it.
Exactly.
Anyway, move on. Right, anyway, it didn't take long though, because they were soon interrupted by another former NWA Tag Team Champion and his tag team partner.
And a former NWA World Champion.
Yes. And, well, Trevor Murdoch. That is. And
He was
he
fired up.
he was. And interestingly enough, one of them was injured. Was it Murdoch that was injured?
Murdoch's Mark. No, no, Knox. Mike Knox is Mark. Yeah.
Noxie's injured. But Trevor Murdoch then said that Latimer has never beaten him in the NWA.
They've met, what, 4 times, is it? 4 times, I think he said they've met.
Yeah. He said he even done it without even hitting him in the move once.
Mm-hmm. Getting no offense in.
Getting no offensive. And yeah, interesting. And they kind of challenged Tom
That's it.
to a
Tom
match.
v Tom v Trevor for number one contendership. That'll be a fun one.
That will be a fight.
A
Let's be
hot
real.
fight.
This ain't gonna be no catch as catch can lucha libre shit. This is gonna be a bar fight.
Two guys kicking the absolute shit out of each other.
My type of match. I'm
My
looking
type of
forward.
match too.
Your one as well.
100%.
Looking forward to seeing that when it is, whenever that is. I don't know if it's next week or in a couple of weeks' time, but we'll find out. Um, but then that kind of segment finished with that, and Mims, an unhappy Mims, shall we say?
Understandably so, I guess.
Yeah, for those who don't know, he did lose his
With a
championship.
little bit of help from the
The
Pope.
Pope, who, funnily enough, helped someone that attacked him a couple of weeks ago, which was Mondo. It's the first time I've never seen Mims smile. Normally he's, normally he's quite a
He
happy
used to be
chap.
way, way smiler. He used to be a much happier, chilled guy when I first knew him. He was much more. Now he's like, "Ugh."
Yeah, and he's even more angry. He's angry at the Pope. He said the Pope is jealous of Mims, and that the Pope has made a big mistake in taking.
Apparently so.
Well, we'll find out. Again, I imagine that match is coming up. We do know the Pope isn't at Samhain, so he's doing a charity event on that day, so he
Yeah.
won't be at Samhain. So, assuming something comes up soon, um, with Zed Pope. And then we get onto the action, and what a great match to
I
start.
was excited for this one.
Alex Taylor obviously just finishing the celebration. I suppose them celebrations started at 77. They carried on into the power station. Probably hadn't stopped against Damien Fenrir, who won the number one contender. He'd done the Austin Idol. What was it called? The Austin.
Invitational.
Yes, there was a handsome or some fucking.
Oh, I can't remember what it was called
Do you know
now.
who should have been in that? Come to think of it now, I was just thinking of it.
Who?
Handsome Harley should have been in from
Oh,
Exodus.
yeah, that would have been fun, actually.
And speaking of
Keep
Exodus,
talking. I'm looking for it.
yeah, I will have to.
Heartthrob Invitational
Thank you.
Gauntlet match.
There we go. And to be honest, the former Heartthrobs on the WWE should have been in there as well. But I must say, actually, send our well wishes to Lord Cruz, who was rear-ended.
Yeah, I saw
Um,
that the other
um,
day.
and he thus won't be competing at Exodus. I think he's out now until
He's out for a little
2026.
while till the new year, at least, I think, from what I
So
can gather.
we wish him all the best as well in his recovery. Hope he's doing all okay. But anyway, let's get into it. This was brilliant. This was a great match between these two.
They were such a good matchup. They were so even, and it was quite back and forth initially.
Yeah.
And then one of them was in control for a good segment, and another one was in good control for a segment. That drop kick on AT
Oh,
was
peak.
phenomenal,
I love a
but
good drop.
it didn't knock him out for that long.
No, no, it didn't. No.
He kind of regained control quite quickly after that, which I was quite surprised at. Not because I didn't think he would, but he came back from that way quicker than I expected.
Yeah, very much so. And I do love a good drop kick. Nick Nemeth does a great drop kick as well. For those of you that watch me, you probably all know. But yeah, I thought you might have had him to be fair with that. I was quite,
Yeah.
thinking that could be. Is this is the thing with NWA, right? Drop kicks do count as a finish sometimes on this. This is what we
Hmm.
love about the NWA. But they had a great back and forth match to start power. I was invested in this one. I was watching it
Yeah.
when I was actually beating you at this point because I was watching it this morning, and I was like, this is going to be great, and it was.
I I love watching Alex Taylor. I think he's very underrated, and I don't think he gets enough credit for how good he actually is.
Well,
Despite him being the junior heavyweight champion, I think sometimes he gets overlooked in favor of other people.
I've said that about Tiffany Nieves in the women's division. I felt the same way, and I do agree. I do agree that Alex Taylor is very underrated. Again, the when there's the Southern Six, the attention's normally on Thrillbilly. It's Kerry's Kerry, and everyone hates him. So it's kind of that that element to it, and he does. And you're right. And I remember when I first watched it, I thought he was going to be the Joker in the pack of the Southern
He
Six.
did initially come
Yeah.
across when they were doing all their promos, he was kind of the guy that had the last word or whatever, or was kind of just stood there looking off into the distance, a bit gormless or whatever. But he's very much come into his own on the singles lately. He's just super talented, and yeah, this match was a great showcase of what both him and Damien were capable of.
Yeah, very much so, very much so. But my favorite finisher not because it's my favorite finisher as in finisher, but the favorite finisher name in wrestling, the green whistle was enough for AT. It's a shame AT doesn't get the lucky seven
Yeah,
opportunity. I just, I don't know. I would love to been able to have him get some an opportunity. Who knows?
never say never. I
But
think the fact that there's rather a lot of gold within the Southern Six
oh
at the
yes,
moment.
tag team champions as well.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think that anything's possible for him.
Anything
Don't
is.
rule him out of anything.
No, let's not rule out. And we're obviously on our way to Samhain as well. I'd imagine in probably 3 or so weeks' time, as we lead into Christmas, we'll have our Samhain fix coming up, which we're looking forward to.
Yeah.
But congratulations, AT, another great win for him. And then we go back to Markova, who basically she said do you know what? Her voice doesn't match her face. I know
He
she's
doesn't,
fine.
does it?
No, I don't know. I just don't expect. She's got quite a deep voice. Nothing wrong with it. It's just like a quite a deep voice. And but anyway, but she knew she was going to win the match. Apparently,
I have a bone to pick with this promo though,
go ahead,
and you'll know exactly what I'm going to say probably.
go.
But when she was talking about it was a new era for everyone watching all over the world
Mhm.
on your through your screens, and I was just like, no, that's a big fat lie.
Yeah,
I'm like, write your promos better. It's quite clear that the world cannot see what you do right now. That just pissed me off. But other than that, congratulations to her, obviously.
and
Like,
yeah, go on.
but no, no, no. Like, I think she's going to be a good champ.
Yeah,
I have no doubt that she will take that belt all around the USA and wherever else she winds up and defend that. Not that Kenzie didn't, but
yeah,
I think she's going to be a great champ. But yeah, like if you're going to be the champion and you're going to cut a promo that's legit and makes sense. And to say that you can see it all around the world when we know that people can't is just it's poor.
yeah, yeah. I do agree with that. That is a
I will
bugbear of
die
mine.
on this hill. I will rant about this until it gets fixed, and I am not even going to apologize for it.
Don't because it's true. It's true. We can't see it without a VPN, and sometimes without lucky. If we're lucky, we get to see it. But she's going to be a fighting champion. Is
And
what
that's great. That's great
considering.
for the NWA. It's great for the territories, and it's great for anywhere else she shows up.
Hopefully in the UK at some point to
Yeah,
defend the championship. I've got a woman champion, Makoba. If you want to
there
pop
you
down to Shanley
go.
Road, my champion's a woman currently, Aluna, defended successfully. Congratulations. We'll get onto that near the end. But yeah, Markover fighting champion. We'll see. Look, we'll see. But from the back to a bin is where we go
I
next.
laughed at this.
I knew who it's going to be the moment I saw the bin. A
It's a
green bin.
no-brainer.
A green bin. It was the slime balls. They weren't happy that they weren't invited to Thrillbilly's celebration, though.
That's a shame. I felt bad for them.
But I know they were kind of saying to me, I think it was Tommy was like, maybe we're just not that cool. And Sage's like, no, we're cool, we're cool, we're cool. I wonder if they're going to go after Kerry and AT's tag belts.
I'd love to see that.
Maybe, right?
I would, yeah, that would be quite fun actually.
Interesting to see what they do. But yeah, so they're gonna they done a spit high five in that as well for everyone that loves a good old
A
spit.
little
They
bit
done
of grog.
a little bit of grog. Wow. Whew. Go in there, boy. Last time, the last show, it fell to bits with us doing on this. And the last time we was dominance and all this stuff was coming out on the last show. And
Nothing to
yeah,
do with me. It was all on you.
nothing to do with me. Yes. Okay, Fee. Okay. Right. Tag team. Nightmare Sin was next. Frank and Zion
Oh, with
against the
the
sorry,
no, I
with
was gonna
Austin.
say with the Austin Idol.
The Austin Idol. And a whistle. That's the whistle I don't like to hear.
Bloody whistle, man. Get it to never mind. Nearly said another bad word there. I'm trying to be good.
Stick your whistle up your arse is basically. Let's be honest. Against an unusual pairing. Pairing apparently Joe Kazana put together.
hmm
That would be Crossfire Wrestling's
Tyler
Tyler Franks.
Franks and Cristiano Argento.
The funny looking fucker from Exodus Pro. Was his tag. Do you know what though? Right, I have seen Tyler a bit, and his technical wrestling is
I
get.
like him.
He's not quite on, not quite as good as Slade, but he's not that far. The gap is being bridged between him and Slade. But for a tag team that didn't really work together, they certainly done all right against Nightmare Sin.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This was this was actually for me a better tag match than I expected.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure because as I said, it was an unusual pairing for a
I know, and
start.
that what I just said there probably comes out wrong and quite derogatory, and I don't mean it like that. It's not like I think I don't rate any of them, but
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know if I almost expected it to be a bit of a squash or what. But I actually enjoyed this more than I thought I was going to enjoy it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I certainly enjoyed it more than expected. I wasn't sure either, to be fair, when I saw it. I was like, oh, I don't even know if I wasn't even sure if it was going to work.
Well, that's it. It's always difficult when you bring in two people that haven't really worked together before because the chemistry's not there.
Yeah.
And you don't know how they're going to bounce off each other. So it's very much a gamble that's either going to pay off really, really well or it's going to be a disaster.
And
And it
luckily
paid
enough,
off for them.
yeah, as I say, luckily enough, it paid off, right? But Hunter took the brunt. Sorry, Hunter. Tyler took the brunt of the beating in this.
He was trapped in that wrong corner for so long, bless him.
Literally so long. But he did make the tag. But as soon as he made the tag, match nearly ended. Well, it did end.
Big boot by Frank on Argento.
Uh,
Huge boot took him out.
yeah, took him out. And he took his head off. I think they're still looking for it. But not, the end is called the.
Hillside Strangler,
Wasn't that like a serial killer in America?
probably.
I'm sure it was. And the only reason I say this is I'm pretty sure that when I watch an episode of Law and Order SVU, it says Hillside Strangler Court. That's how I come up with it.
Maybe.
But a win, and because it's taken Nightmare Sin a while, haven't they? Because they didn't do that well. They were partners in the Crockett Cup, if I remember right.
I
Sure
can't
they did.
remember. That seems like ages ago now.
It was a way. It was a while ago. But I don't know. Is this going to be a start of a run for Nightmare Sin now
I
in the
don't
tag
know,
division?
but please take the whistle off at Idol.
Well, hopefully they'll get as far as a tag team title shot against the champs, and then I don't think we'll see the whistle much if that's the case. Well, we're going to talk about the champs in a minute because they're in the main event, so we can't say who, that's why I'm saying the champs because I'm giving away who the champs are in this. But we'll have a look and we'll get to it in a minute. But yeah, great tag, actually a great time, as you say, better than expected, to
Yeah.
be fair. But anyway, we go out the back now, and it's Lockjaw, cousin LJ, Aaron, and Drake, Carson Drake, the man with the most punchable face. I've got a new name for him later, actually.
Okay.
We'll get to it later. But the man
I
with
don't
the
know why this cracked me up so much. How cousin LJ could stand there with a straight face and not even remotely look like he was going to break is beyond me. I couldn't have done that.
they were trying to make him laugh, basically. Do you know what they should have said? And I don't know if he would have laughed, but I reckon his facial features might have changed. They should have said, "Oh, look, it's Matt Riddle." See if that would have made any difference to see if that would have made any difference to proceedings. But they did try it. Carson laughed, of course, because that makes everybody laugh. Hmm. Anyway, yes, tried to tell a joke, didn't work, and then they just decided to go away. And Carson was like, "That's why he didn't get invited to wherever it was, and the Derby." And he walked off, and then Aaron just looked at him. Speaking of Aaron, by the way, next week we'll be having a chat with Aaron. As far as I'm aware, anyway, that's still on. Next week we'll have a chat, and
Looking forward to
also
that.
me too, and also potentially, hopefully, next weekend we'll get to watch Exodus Pro Wrestling. That's
Yay!
hopefully. Anyway, if not, please send it to us, guys. I'll get you on that fee. You'll get it if I don't. But yeah, hopefully we'll get to see it. But yes, we'll have Aaron. As far as I'm aware, still on the show next week, which will be great. And then we move to, speaking of Aaron, he was out next because it was a television championship. The line coming up with another new protege.
Sorry, I need to plug my laptop in. Keep talking, I'm
Laptop.
listening. It's about to die.
I never knew there was. Is that a thing in Scotland? The laptop.
Laptop.
Said talk. Anyway, Slade was Aaron's latest protege or person that he's brought in. He was taking on Brian, and I will say this: Brian Idol for TV title, and I don't know if it was just Slade, but that was Brian Idol's best match I've seen him in.
Yeah.
You know, whether Slade carried it, I don't know, but I'm telling you, that was Brian Idol's
I
best
thought
match.
this was good.
I really enjoyed it. The crowd was very much in Brian Idol's favor.
I'm really surprised though that there was no time limit on this.
That was an interesting. Yes, that was because normally 6:05 limit on the TV championship. Maybe Aaron had something to do with that, or Joe Kazana. I mean,
I don't know, but I'm really surprised there was no time limit on this. But yeah, go back to Brian. He came out of that like off the bat
Mm.
with quite an early advantage. And because I
Yeah.
was like, I really thought, I was like, oh, Slade's going to just take it to him. But Brian was on top of this for the initial stages of the match.
Yeah. Definitely was. And I honestly thought during this, I thought that Slade was going to win this. I really did. I thought Slade's time was now, but they kept mentioning this was Idol's fifth at the Lucky Seven.
Yeah.
Um, however, I mean he done a
He
miss.
was
They
so
did.
over with the crowd.
Crowd loved him.
So over.
The crowd really got behind. I don't know if it's they hated Aaron or what, but they loved Brian
It's
Idol.
his home. Is he not, is Fight the World not based in Tampa though? So it's
Hold on.
potentially his home city.
Yeah.
So
Quite possibly, but they loved him. Let's be honest, they absolutely loved him at Tampa. He did miss. He did
he
miss a
missed a huge
moonsault.
moonsault.
Yes, he did miss a huge. And then Slade locked the Slade lock in. And as Brian Idol was trying to reach the ropes, Aaron pulled the ropes away and got Slade DQ'd in the process.
Oh, Aaron, you silly human.
What was he doing? What was he thinking? Aaron, we're going to ask you that.
Yeah, does he not think Slade can handle himself?
I don't know. I thought because when he locked the Slade lock in, I thought this is it. Slade's going to be the champion, finally going to
Yeah.
win some gold in the NWA. And then yeah, Aaron held the ropes, and I saw the ref look down, and I was like, "Is that a DQ? Are they going to DQ it?" And then
Well,
yeah,
that's it because Danny was like, "Oh, he tapped," and I'm going, "Did he? Did I miss something?"
yeah, I was feeling the same thing. I thought he may have tapped in it, but no, DQ.
DQ. So Brian retains. I'm
Brian does
guessing
retain.
that counts as another defense. He's
It does.
retained. But then
Yeah.
Slade attacks him as soon as he gets the belt. Slade attacks him.
I thought Pope was going to come out. I
Ooh,
they didn't. Well,
okay.
they were Slade and Mondo attacked him, didn't he? That was
They,
the two that
yeah.
attacked him. So I thought that we was going to see the Pope, but we didn't. No, it just laid, and that was it.
Although Brian comes back at them swinging that belt like a blooming hammer.
They soon both jumped out the ring, didn't they? When
Well, you would if you had that flying at your head.
indeed. Um, but yeah, Brian Idol being his best match that I've seen you in, anyway, at least in the NWA. Congratulations, retaining Z Championship, and then two away from Lucky Seven.
I
Yeah, will he
know.
get there? Will he get there?
Who
That's the
knows? Who
question. That's the
knows?
question. We'll find out. Back to inside the power station now, and back to Joe Kazana. I found this interesting, right? Because obviously Tommy Henry was going crazy at him during this, and this is my new name for Carson. It's Kiss Ass Carson.
That would, yeah, I understand because now I know where we're at in the show, and he's like, "Oh, I will do this by the book." Shut up,
Yeah,
Carson.
yeah. Shut up, Carson.
Get in the bin.
Get in the bin and take the Kazanas with you. That's for sure. But during this, Silas goes nuts. He loses his shit.
You're
And
like Yeltsin.
yeah, yeah.
Oh my God, he's read history books.
Oh, Silas. But did you notice Tom clapping Silas Latimer, that is? Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but Joe,
Joe was mean to
he
him.
was. Would you be mean to Silas Mason? I don't
Like he was really quite derogatory towards him. He's like, "We can't take the trailer out of you." I'm like,
know. Yeah.
oh, you're
The
from
burnt
Tennessee
out,
as
and then he
well.
said the
What's your
burnt out
problem?
trailer.
Yeah. And then he's offered up JAC.
Yes, that was the bit I was getting to. JAC against Silas Mason at some point.
We've
I don't
seen
know.
JAC or
We have.
JAC or however one you pronounce his name. It's not Jack. It is JAC, I think.
Yeah.
We've seen him in ring before in
Hmm.
NWA. He's a
Yeah.
unit.
He's big
Silas
old
can
boy.
take him. I don't care what Joe says. Silas can take him.
It'll be interesting when that match does happen. And then we go from that to someone just going, why he was walking. Sorry, that sounds really bad, doesn't it?
That sounded well dodgy.
I hope no one just puts it on at that point. Um,
I'm going to sound clip that one and just post that to my.
I'm not even going to go there. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say.
I'll ask Rachel later.
Anyway, we'll move on. It was Mondo was what I was getting at, and he's got a problem next week. 7 foot problem
Just a
next week.
small one.
He said that, the guy may be 700 pounds, but I'm 7,000 pounds of heart and steel. But next week he takes on the wall.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, a
But
wall.
that promo cut off so quickly. It was cut dead.
He said, I've got the wall.
And then it was like, boom. So I'm not quite sure what happened with the editing on that one.
Not sure either. But Mondo will be defending his champion, the national champion. Do you know what they need to do now? It needs to be national champion Mondo versus national champion Ricochet after this weekend. Because Ricochet
Is that who won it?
That's who won it. Ricochet
Okay.
did win it. So there we go. That'd be a match to put together, wouldn't it? His Ricochet isn't the wall though. That's for sure. Main event now, repeat of the Crockett Cup finals. This time with a bit of extra sauce because it was for the NWA World Tag Team Championships. Oh, the Immortals defending Z Championships against.
How good do they look with those belts?
I thought you mentioned the colognes. Yes. Well, I mean, they all look great. I mean, the Immortals look
They
like fucking
look
money.
the part.
They look like champions, right? They look.
Talking of Kratos, actually, I don't know if you've seen his post. He's actually out in Japan just now
He is.
and has just been watching some sumo wrestling for the first time. And the joy on his face in his post has just been wonderful to see. So I hope you're having a blast, Kratos. I'm glad you got to go and see your sumo match.
Would Kratos make a good sumo wrestler?
He might.
Would you like to wear a big nappy, Kratos?
I'm sure he wouldn't say no for the opportunity.
Indeed. But yes, I hope you're having fun out in Japan, big man. But these two, I mean, I loved it. This was better than their Crockett Cup final match, I thought.
Yeah.
We did mention at the time that they looked as if they were tied. If I remember rightly, we were saying that the Crockett Cup, although it was over several weeks on Roku, was one night.
Yeah.
Over here and so they were very tired. There was, you could tell the energy probably wasn't quite there, but it was there in this one.
Oh, 100%.
I loved it.
My only issue with this match is, and I'm really, really sorry to the guys, I always forget which cologne's which.
There you go.
I'm like, is that Primo or Epico? I'm so sorry, guys.
You got to be speaking to a cologne very soon.
I know.
Inside the ropes.
I
You should
know.
know
I'll
that
be like,
one.
how can you tell them apart?
Ask him. You got to ask him that.
I will. I'll ask Carlito. Don't you worry.
Ask him that because I'd love to know the answer. They were in control for a lot of this on poor Kratos. We were just talking about Kratos. He was getting
Yeah.
a crating in this by these two for a long period of time. I suppose my only gripe with a couple of these matches was I wish they were longer.
It's quite often the case at NWA that we wish they were longer.
Especially when there's 4 minutes, four
Yeah.
matches, sorry, on Power. And then you got everything else is they kind of these. We've said it so many times. We wish you could have another 5 minutes here and then there, especially with all of them. Really, all of the matches could have done with a bit more time. But hey ho, that's what you say. It's an hour broadcast of Power, so we don't get everything on there. So yeah, they finally got the tag to Odinson, and boy, oh boy, did he get a did he clean house for a bit? Did you see that finish though? Not the finish of the match, but the move that Kratos hit near the end when he caught them in like a power slap, spun them around and like just.
That's not a comfortable bump to take.
I couldn't imagine. I'm sorry. I was like, geez, Louise. I was good. Danny Deals. I was like, Wings of Mercury. This was an incredible move from Kratos, but of course, immortality.
I love this finish.
Oh, it's brilliant finish. It's like a diving headbutt off the top with them held. Kratos holds him. Odinson flies off the top, headbutts him into like a face.
I love it. It looks great.
And the Immortals reign supreme to finish.
Indeed. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Yes, and they don't get a lucky 7. That'd be interesting though. If they had a lucky 7, and then like they could then like one of them could say, do you know what, we're relinquishing, so I'm going for the title. you ever watch that program Golden Balls when it was on telly and they used to have the two little balls at the end. There was like two people were in the final, and if one of them they could both keep the money, or if one of them said steal, they would steal it, and if they both said steal, they'd lose it all.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
Imagine they could do something like that, and then Odison goes steal, and he steals a
Ah,
title shot, and then anyway, where the fuck that come from, I don't know.
I have no idea.
I've got my Vince Russo booking hat on. Um, Speaking of Vince Russo, he's booking for Juggalo Championship Wrestling now. For anyone that cares,
Indeed, not NWA like the rumors suggested.
wasn't NWA no, like the rumors. A lot of the rumors, even lot of the respectable outlets believed it, because he pretty much did say that in the throwing people off the scent. That was Vinny Roo. Hope he's all well anyway. But yes, you've just finished a tour, Fee.
With the nicest man in wrestling, and he is the nicest man in wrestling. We had 4 fabulous shows with Inside the Ropes and Mick Foley. He's currently still in Ireland doing some more dates of his own stand-up.
Still in Ireland drinking.
He it was a lot of miles. I did a lot of driving. It was non-stop. There was no time off. But it was great. The shows were fabulous. I did miss the first one in London, mainly because I had to go for a sleep. I'd driven from Liverpool to London, done the show, and knew I was driving from London straight up to Newcastle straight after the show. I was like, that's 5 hours in the car after a show at 10, 11 o'clock at night. Not a wise move. So I went to bed. So I missed the whole of the London show. I did apologise to him afterwards. But he sang at the end of every show, which was hilarious.
He sang.
He sang a birthday song at the end of every show. So he does it, he does a little thing, and he does it in either as Dude or as Mankind or as Cactus.
Oh
And
my
he
God, I
sings
would love to
he
see him.
sings a birthday song to the tune of a Christmas song. So he'll like make up a birthday song to the tune of Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas or something like that. And he had fans up on stage and was singing to them every night, and it was just wonderful.
I can just
Absolutely wonderful.
envisage Mankind singing the song. Cactus Jack and Dude Love fine.
Mankind did it with the mask on in Belfast on Sunday night.
Didn't he used to go like wah when he was Mankind? Wasn't that one of the things that he used to?
I can't remember, but Mankind's actually quite softly spoken.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
But he was fabulous, absolutely fabulous. I had such a good time. It was so nice to see lots of people that I hadn't seen for a while. It was really good to be back in Belfast.
Yes.
I've missed trips over there, so Belfast showed up for us, which was great. Every city showed up because the tour was sold out, and all Mick's own dates are sold out as well. So
as everybody should show up to Inside the Ropes as well. So
absolutely.
I'm going to be hitting that in 2026 whenever the shows are. We'll have to wait and see. I know the Carlito one I'm not going to be able to do.
Well, I have some news. So we have Carlito in January. We have RVD in February, I think.
Is that over with Wrestle? For the Love of Wrestling.
So we have Carlito on the 8th and 9th of January. And then RVD is it's February. What dates?
Has this been announced yet, Fee?
RVD? It has, yeah. RVD's at the end of January, sorry.
Okay.
And then, if you were at the shows in Newcastle and Glasgow, you would have heard that we are bringing Big Sexy back to the UK. Kevin Nash is coming to the UK with Inside the Ropes. I am going to get my lap dance after all.
What? Sorry, what? You're going to get what?
I'm going to get my lap dance. I'm going to ask for it again. So the last time we had Kevin Nash over was 2 days before he went in for his knee replacement surgery or whatever surgery it was. And I asked him for a lap dance because I wanted to know about Magic Mike. Everyone's like, wrestling. I'm like, tell me about Magic Mike. So I pulled up a chair and asked for a lap dance, and he's like, Fiona, I can barely stand up, never mind dance. He's like, ask me again next time you see me. I'm going to see him soon.
In that case, did you know the locations of Kevin Nash yet, or is that secret?
I know it's Glasgow, I know it's Newcastle. I think it might be London. And I know it's February, but I cannot tell you the dates. Potentially 17th, 18th, 19th of February, potentially.
Well,
But keep an eye on the Inside the Ropes socials. Information will be going out soon. I can say it because it did go out live. Kenny did tell the audiences at the shows. So,
good. No
yeah, I
trouble.
have actually been sitting on that information for a little while now and I haven't been able to tell anyone. So I'm glad I can finally go and get it all out now.
Well, if it's in London, you're going to be seeing me as well.
Oh
So there's
God,
a
okay. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Love
unbelievable.
you. I can't do
Yeah,
a heart. I'm not very good at them. Like, I've got little fingers.
there you go.
See, it looks like an apple.
Hey, well, Apple was kind of fitting considering you're going to be seeing
It is
Colita
kind of fitting.
soon. Premier British Wrestling Friday.
Premier British Wrestling on Friday in Dumbarton. I am super, super stoked for this show. This is kind of our last hurrah of the year. We have a smaller one in December, but this is kind of our last PBW show of the year. There are some big matches coming up. The tag team titles are on the line as our current champions, Logan Smith and Ray Barani, take on the quite formidable Xander Davidson and Ahmed Hamdi. So that's going to be good. I'm pretty sure we have some other matches. Well, we will have other matches. I'm just having a quick look to see. So Daz Black is going to be taking on David Blaze for his title shot. We've got Angel Hayes versus Molly Spartan.
Ooh, say hello to
We've
Molly.
got a four-way with John Trenton versus Danny Clark versus Sam Taylor and Mark Monroe. We've got Alex Parker versus Aaron Echo, and we've got Danny Kay versus Jimmy Pierce. So that's going to be fun on Friday. And then on Saturday, Salter Championship Wrestling. I had to think about that there. They did change their name. So Salter Championship Wrestling are up in Perthshire on Saturday as well. So that's going to be fun. I am just looking to see if we have a card up for that. Who have we got? We've got the KOE versus the Iron Kings. We've got Angel Hayes versus Kate Calloway and Erin Taylor. We've got a Xander Davidson Catchweight Open Challenge. We've got the SCW Heavyweight Championship as the champion BT Gunn takes on Kez Evans. And we have a six-pack challenge. So I'm not entirely sure what that involves, but it does involve Mark Monroe, Andrew Marshall, Colton Davis, Kid Fight, Jam Dog, and Luke Aldridge. And one more. We have the Heavyweight Championship #1 contenders match, which is Hunter Sampson taking on Tommy Cartel. So that'll be fabulous. It is. I'm just looking to see exactly where it is, and it doesn't say. I know it's Perthshire. That's terrible. I should know. I think I want to say Invergordon or Invergowrie. Invergowrie. That's where it is. Sorry.
Infigaudi.
I got there in the end.
Doctor, I've had Infigaudi. Don't worry, I'll give you some cream for it. Boom, boom. No.
Is it Invergowrie?
I've just done a joke on that fee, and if you said it's not
I
now, it's going to
don't
look
know.
stupid.
No.
For God's sake.
Or maybe it's Dun. Oh, I don't know. It's either Invergowrie or Dundee. I can't remember. I'm sorry.
You do that like a monk now. Anyway, back to big thanks to everyone that turned up to Ignite on Sunday. Just gone. You witnessed. Yes, you can take your bloody hat off. You did witness Aluna retain her Turnbuckle Championship against Mr. Happy, Chris Aries, and Harrison Leon. Big thanks to Harrison for stepping in last minute because someone couldn't be bothered to show up. Anyway, and you would have saw Tommy Tanner, the Ultimate Geezer, win the Breakout division. And not only that, Taylor James defeated Corey McRae with a bit of help from Tall Tom, Tiny Tom, Tom Fun, whatever you want to call him, Tom Mercer. But Tommy Tanner was on his way to cashing in that briefcase opportunity there, and then Tom Mercer prevented him. They beat him down. Tommy Kyle comes out. And thus we now have our main event for February's Chapter 5. Because at the end of Curtain Call, you had Tommy Tanner one side of the championship, you had Tommy Kyle the other side of the championship, and you had Taylor James in the middle.
That's a lot of T's.
Triple T, four T's. Tommy Tanner, Tommy Kyle, Taylor James. Triple threat match. Tommy Tanner's cashing in his opportunity in February for the gold. So we'll find out February the 15th. They could have called it St. Valentine's Day Massacre, couldn't they, really? But they don't change the show names in February or November. So it's Chapter 5. Just Chapter 5. But also big thanks to AEW's Bishop Korn, who had a great chat with him yesterday. He doesn't like haggis.
Weirdo.
Doesn't like black pudding either.
Even more weirdo.
He loves spotted dick.
Don't we all?
Well, you might.
Nah, not a fan of that, to be fair.
Not a fan of spotted dick. So tomorrow, well, tonight at time of record, tomorrow, because this goes out tomorrow. So when this is out, I'll be recording with another AEW star, which is Preston Vance, and we'll find out about some more controversial foods, whether they like it. Because AEW are coming over in a couple of weeks. That's why I done it. So thanks to him. Thanks to Preston in advance for coming on tonight. I said we got Aaron coming up. Hopefully we'll have EC3 as well ahead of Journey 3. And I can't announce a date yet because the date isn't confirmed, but we will be speaking to the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, the Thrillbilly Silas Mason.
I'm so excited for that.
That should be a lot of fun, shouldn't it? With the Thrillbilly.
I'm going to turn my volume down a little bit for that one, though.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, definitely. Definitely so. But Fee, it was a great episode as we moved off of, well, we really did start a new era of NWA, the Joe Kazana era of the NWA. Yeah, more on that next week. Are we going to do this again next week?
We shall indeed.
We'll be back next week. Make sure you're back next week too. Until then, everybody, buckle down. Stay safe. And goodbye.